The Truth, episode 22. Let's go.
What's going on, everybody, man? And welcome to the very first episode of The Truth, where not all Eagle fans agree on everything. And this is definitely the spot where this shit about to go down.
Oh yeah, able, oh yes, I'm stable, oh yes, no label, oh yes, you know me, I have only the best, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going.
This is why we started this, because of you. We started I'm tired of listening to your, fantasy that you living in right now. Always talking about 17-0 until proven otherwise. BS!
I'll be number one, working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah. Fatal like a gun.
I was pretty close last year, we could have easily won those 3 games.
So I gotta get through it, and the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing.
Right?
Never give up, never slow till I
Look, we lost.
Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out a start, it's my only medicine, yeah. Everything I do, I'm just being genuine, yeah. I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline, yeah. I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in.
The city of Philly is tough to play for. And playing in Philly, you got to have thick skin, especially being drafted in the first round. So to the city of Philadelphia, I thank you a whole lot.
Yes. We are here. Episode 22 of The Truth. How's everybody doing today? With special guest Symone with the Spizzords. How you doing today, Symone? Thank you again for stopping by the show. JC is dealing with some things, so he will be with us again next week. But me and Symone gonna lock it down. So make sure you hit that like on JC's channel, on everybody's channel. We're live on Symone's channel too as well. So welcome all you guys to The Truth, man. How you been?
I've been good. It's good to hop on here. Haven't been live in a minute. So I was like, let me hop on live this week, chop it up, see what's going on. I'm not gonna lie, I've been out the loop a little bit with the little storylines, the major storylines I'm caught up on, but when it comes to the little storylines, the little gossip, the little rumors, I'm not caught up. So I'm excited to hear what you about to say and give my opinion.
All right. Well, we start off with Fletch retired. Everybody knew he's retired. He finally had his press conference today. How'd you feel about it? And how sad are you that Fletch just leaving?
First of all, I feel good about it. It's good to see like how poised he was in the press conference and how like he seemed genuinely happy and content. So it's good to know like he's in a good place. We know a lot of times when people are retiring, it's an emotional time. Because a lot of players, when they're retiring, they're kind of like conflicted on, man, well, can I still play? Can I still suit up? Is now really the right time for me to retire? So sometimes they get overly emotional, which I completely understand. But it's good to see that Fletcher was so like content and he just seemed happy. So I'm happy for him for this next stage. I'm happy that he's like completely sure that now is the time to wrap it up. I'm so glad that he's retiring. Eagles only. I'm so glad that he is not going to another team, trying on a little 1-year cheap deal and, stretching it out and, dragging it out and with another team. I'm so glad he's wrapping it up with the Eagles. Philly for life, Philly only. I know we've had some other players that are Eagles legends that have dipped and dabbled with other teams as their career, and it's tainted their legacy to me. Like it left a little bad taste. But I just love the way that Fletch is Philly down. Like he said, being a first round pick, the pressure he had here in Philly and him just always living up to it. Gonna miss
shocking him and Barnett. When he said that about Barnett, he's like, we kind of have the same factor. They're both high ranked, draft picks in Philadelphia. One stayed and the other one's, who knows where Barnett is today.
I think he's just on the free agency wire.
So is he a Hall of Famer?
Duh, that's not even a question.
I know Eagles Hall of Fame, but you think they're going to give it to him? NFL Hall of Fame? People are questioning it. I say yes.
I say yes, but I don't think it's like for sure. But I definitely think he should be. But I don't know if it's like
maybe not first ballot, maybe like second or third time.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's just so hard to make the Hall of Fame, as we know. And like, I think Fletcher is Hall of Fame talent, but of course we're biased. Like, there's no doubt that Fletcher was NFL great. But is he an NFL legend? That's the only question.
Yeah, he had Aaron Donald on his way for a little bit there. That kind of messed up things
Yeah.
a little bit. But he still was the second best. Like Aaron was the best pass rusher DT, and he was the best run stuff in DT at that time. So I say yes. You go make sure he might not be first ballot, but he's definitely gonna be second ballot, I believe. Second and third ballot. He definitely got to get him in there. Because he was dominating, like he said in his press conference. He knew he was going to be in the league a long time when he was starting to dominate on his own. So much love to you, Fletch. Hope you get some hunting in. Hope you stay around Philly, help these young bubbles out. Who do you think replaces him? I know Jalen Carter's supposed to be the guy. Do you think the Eagles are set at defense tackle with Carter, Jordan, Milton Williams, Marlon Tuilopu, and then we got a couple other Morrow, yeah, those cats? Or do you think the Eagles need to go get another draft pick?
I think the Eagles are going to draft somebody else because we always do. We always draft tackles. We always draft interior linemen on both sides of the ball. I think we do. Not saying I don't have confidence in Jalen and Jordan. Not saying that at all. But we have to have depth at the defensive tackle position. Like, especially if we're going to go into the season with this questionable cornerback situation. Still not sure what we're going to do there. Like, we have to address that, but it's all starting up front. Like, we have to make sure we are good at defensive tackle, and we can't deny the fact that we've had some injuries there. Like, you look at Jordan Davis, he's spent time injured. Jalen Carter spent time injured last season, and that hurt our depth. Like, we saw that. So I don't think we can just go in there with just Jalen and Jordan. I know, Milton Williams has shown things, but I think we just need another punch in that defensive tackle room. That's what's been our bread and butter, like, for a while, is having depth on the defensive line, and we're losing a big piece. Like, Fletcher was cooking last season. Like, so
he was our best DT.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like, I'm not saying absolutely don't think we should go defensive tackle in the first round, but like, shoot, if we end up going third round or something, I ain't mad at it at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna see. How was it, Symone? Look at it in the chat. Symone, awesome pitch with Jalen Hurts. That is something awesome. Something that's memorable. That you probably remember that for the rest of your life. How was it?
It was surreal. Like, it still didn't even hit me yet. Like, I haven't even really.
This happened today?
No. Today's Tuesday. My days all messed up because I've been on the go. Sunday.
Look at it.
But like, Sunday I was busy on Sunday. So like, and then Monday I was traveling. So I haven't had a full amount of time to really like let it sit and let it process. But I was like, so. I'm about to go crazy. I'm about to get this picture framed.
You need to. You need to get it framed and have them sign it.
I'm gonna get it framed and I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt. This is like amazing. I just can't believe. I never thought I was gonna meet Jalen Hurts, especially like in a setting like that. I thought maybe, in a game, when you like sticking your hand out and waving and cheering like a fan. But I never thought I would meet him like just in a chill, casual setting like that.
That is awesome. Did you get a chance to talk to him?
Yeah. So of course I was nervous, but
with the sports. Come on.
Of course I was nervous, but he was super nice, and he was just, like, good luck on everything. Like, he can't wait to see my stuff in the future, like, just on like my journey and everything. So, oh my goodness, I just can't believe it happened for real. Like, I still can't believe it happened.
Why not? You are everywhere. You just went to national WNBA.
Okay, but Jalen is an elite level.
Holding the trophy, girl. You are all over the place right now. You
okay, but there's one, like, there's levels to it. Like, yeah, you might be somewhere, but meeting Jalen Hurts is a different type of different. Like,
that was different than the Final Four.
Yes, like, yes. I'm trying to tell you. And yes, it was. And the thing is, Deuce Staley was with Jalen too. So I got a picture with Deuce Staley. I didn't post that yet because I had to let Jalen cook by himself.
Gotta let that marinate for a little bit. Let that marinate. So they get up to like, a million views before you.
And then I'm gonna drop Deuce Staley.
I'll pin it to the top of my profile page. If that was you. Put it up there. Pin it up there.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna make it my header on Twitter. No, I'm for real. Let me tell you why. Because I have to pin like my work, So like, for jobs and stuff, like when they come to my page, they can instantly see like, something work related. Like when it come to get hired and get jobs. So like, if somebody came to my page and they just seen a pic with Jalen, they wouldn't know like what I do. You know what I mean? So I have to keep a little work sample up pinned. But I'm gonna make it my header. Ain't no doubt about that. Like
nice. That's awesome. Let's get back to this team here. Okay, so I know you're hearing the rumors out there right now that's gotten Cowboys fan up in the roar. They're pushing out their boy Micah, right? And all I gotta say is like, Eagles better than Cowboys. Let's bring Micah to Philly. What do you have to say about these rumors that are out there about Micah Parsons getting traded to the Eagles? Even though we know the Cowgirls would never, ever, ever think about really trading Micah, but Howie Roseman is that guy that can make a deal sound so magical that maybe Jerry Jones have no choice but to pull the trigger.
Now, we are not trading Micah Parsons is not getting traded. Micah Parsons is not getting traded to Philly. Like, if Micah Parsons ends up coming to Philly one day, it's going to be because he's a free agent and we end up signing him. If the little boys do end up trading Micah Parsons or whatnot, it's not going to be to Philly. It's not going to be to Washington. It's not going to be to the Giants. Like, if they do trade him, because I do think it's a lot of spicy stuff going on in Dallas. It's a lot of drama in Dallas right now. So I don't doubt that the front office and the players are bumping heads. I don't doubt that at all. But what I do know is they are not going to ship that boy to Philly. I do not see that happen.
No, zero chance. So you're not even giving it a percentage.
Zero chance. Negative.
I think it's possible.
1,000.
I think just because Howie, who he is, he can make this happen if he really wants to. Like, he can make it happen money wise, compensation wise. Like, I seen some owner that was talking about, Parsons for this year's first and like a third round pick or something like that. What was it? This year's first, Nolan Smith, and a conditional 2026 pick. Now tell me, if they bid on something like that, you wouldn't be mad at it, would you?
Like I said, I'm not saying I don't want Micah Parsons. Duh, I would want Micah Parsons, but they're not doing it. They are not trading Micah to the Eagles. The only way Micah is going to be in Philly is if he signs as a free agent. There is no way, like, I would bet my bank account that I wouldn't do that because but I would bet $1,000 that Micah Parsons will not
doesn't get traded to the Eagles.
No. Now he might get traded, maybe, but it ain't gonna be to the Eagles.
So to go to the Eagles, this is his last year then, right? So that means that could be a possibility next offseason?
His last year? What?
Isn't he still on his rookie deal? Huh?
No, he's coming up on his he's coming up on his 4th year.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And he's supposed to get his like 5th year extension or whatever they call it,
And he hasn't gotten extended.
Yeah. And that's what they're trying to make him play on. So that means after this season, he can come next offseason.
So what did he say that has people wondering? Because like I said, I've been out there.
Everything he says on his podcast, he's just free with it. He done said the Eagles are the best team like a bunch of times. He done said the Eagles are the best team. He hates the Eagles, what the Eagles done, and the Cowboys need to do some of that stuff over there and things like that. It's just like things you don't want your star best number one player saying about other teams in your division. Basically.
But
it's his podcast, so he's trying to keep it real too at the same time.
But he is not coming to Philly. Like I said, he might get traded or whatever, but he's not getting traded to Philly. They are not going to trade him to Philly. They're not.
I think this might be that's the reason why we didn't pay Hassan, because we knew we were about to get Micah. You think about it, if he wants to come play, and this is the only place he wants to come play, do him a service. If you're gonna get the bag back for him, if you're gonna get the best deal back for him from the Eagles, so go ahead, man. Who cares where these players are? You don't want to see them every, twice a year, but at the end of the day, if you got, get those draft picks and pick some really good players, and Nolan Smith's supposed to be the up and coming guy. You got a pass rusher there, and just go nail the draft. If you want, you can package your pick and your first round pick to get up earlier and pick up any one of those, outstanding verses or whatever that boy's name is, or any of these guys, these pass rushers are supposed to go in the top 10.
Like I said, that all makes sense. But the only problem is they're not trading him to Philly. They are not going to give us Micah Parsons.
Man, it'd be nice, though. It'd be nice.
Yeah,
nice
it would be nice, but I just don't see that happening. Like them trading their star player, their best player to Philly.
Yeah, it doesn't. Like us, obviously looking at it, it's probably not going to happen, just because, like you said. But think about it. We traded Donovan McNabb to Washington, didn't we? We traded Deshaun Jackson to Washington. We traded, we've traded inside the division before. It's not the first time.
Yes, Yes, it wouldn't be the first time. But, okay, who have we traded from the little boys?
DeMarco Murray. Or did we pick him up?
He's free agent.
He's free agent.
Exactly.
I feel like there's somebody we've gotten from the Cowgirls.
Y'all let us know in the chat.
They're all free agents, actually. Now that I think about it, they were all free agents.
Exactly. When has a star got traded to Philly from Dallas? We're not talking about a little bench warmer. They're not trading their star here.
Right?
Who?
Herschel Walker.
You throwing it back to 1992.
Hey.
We're talking about
go back. That doesn't happen very often.
Exactly. You throwing it all the way back. Herschel Walker. That's a throwback. Corey Clement was a trade.
Corey Clement.
Where was he at?
Did we trade him to the Cowboys? Or was he a free agent? He went to the Cowboys.
Like he was a free agent.
I don't know if we traded Corey Clement. Like, what we got for him? And we traded him, what we get for him? Because I don't remember getting nothing for him. And what would you get for Corey Clement? Nothing. So I don't know if that was a trade. I think that was just a pickup. I'm not saying a lot of players haven't went and played for the Cowboys. Hell, T.O. played for the Cowboys and played with us, and played with the Niners. So it's like players do that. They go to the division,
do that, but the front office isn't
going to they're not trading them per se.
Exactly.
Did we trade? We traded Donnie though, right?
I don't remember.
McNabb, I think we traded him though. I think we did trade him to Washington though. That's when everybody said he was over the top, wasn't good anymore. And I think we could have kept him for a couple more seasons. BG, Josh Allen for the Jack. What about Josh Allen? If Parsons is so no, not ever happening, what about this guy, Josh Allen from the Jags?
So are you focused on getting trading for a pass rusher, defensive end?
There's only one I want in the draft, really, or two, but really one. One really. And after that, it's like I would rather have one of these guys because I feel like Huff is good, right? But we don't know how good he's really going to be, for real. That could have been his number one, his best season ever, because it was his best season last year with double digit, now 10? We don't know how good his ceiling is. I know he hasn't played more than 40% of the snaps, but at the end of the day, why was that? He's been in the league this long and he hasn't played more than 47% of the snaps. You know what I'm saying?
He don't got that stamina.
Okay, so that being said,
that's just what I'm guessing.
That's not ready. You know what I'm saying? We gotta replace Reddick, period. We gotta replace him. I know he's getting old. I know we don't want to pay him the money, which we shouldn't have. I don't think we should have gave Reddick no $25 million a year. Not at all.
What did the Jets give him?
They haven't given him nothing yet.
What if they don't give him nothing?
That he'll just be a sad puppy in New York. But that's what I was saying that we should have just did that as an organization anyway, just punked them. But all right, I know you want the money, but we actually do got you on contract. This last year, it was $15 million on the books, or $15 million a year. Take that $15 million a year. You don't mess with us no more. Don't mess with us, and then go whoever you want to. but you're going to play this year. That's what I would have done if I was Philadelphia. You're going to play this year. I wouldn't have traded him to nobody. I would have made him stay, made him play. Everybody like
made
hold
him
out.
stay, made him play. He wasn't just going to be sitting around having that.
No one was gonna. He was never gonna hold out. I doubt he would have held out the whole year. I doubt. That's not Hassan Reddick. He know better than that. You mess up your own money when you hold out like that. You know, you messed up your own money. You're not getting any more money because you didn't play all season long. So, and I think the way the CBS rules and stuff are set up, that no one's ever going to hold out in the football season. So he would have had to play, and he would have to play at a high level if he wanted to get more money next year. It would have been a prove-it year for him. Okay, show that you're 30 years old, you can still get double-digit sacks. Because I can tell everybody, he did get that run with the Super Bowl. What, he had 16 sacks plus the what if he had like 2 or 3 in the playoffs for that, right? But if you look at the year before that and the year before that, like all his years has only been like 10, 11, and 12 sacks, like all his years. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this guy's like no freaking dude from TJ Watt or even what's the bull name from Myles Garrett from Cleveland. These guys get like 16, 18 sacks every single year, you know? So for him to want so much more money, not really down with that. Not really down with that.
So I don't think we're going to spend money on another pass rusher when we didn't want to spend money on Hassan.
But he's young.
Huh?
Josh Allen's only like, what, 25 years old?
But are we going to drop a bag on another pass rusher?
Yeah. You need to. Who else? Like, how confident are you in Josh Sweat? Last year, prove a deal. What up, cool cat? Last year, prove a deal. You know, okay, he's been getting better every year except for last year, but everybody stopped getting better last year. You can't really hold that against him. But, like, no one ever considered him the Hassan Reddick even on our team. So it's like you need that superstar guy to get after the pass rusher, I believe. I think Sweat's really good. I think Huff could possibly be this guy.
Are you calling this man Puff?
Huff. That's it.
It sounds like you saying Puff.
No, Huff. I don't know if he's going to be that good to make it there, to be the superstar that we want him to be. So I think you need to go out. If not, then spend your first round pick on an edge rusher. One of those two things. You got to go get somebody or go ahead and put another one in there.
I would be fine with getting the edge in the draft because that's not spending bread on the edge. I don't want to drop a bag on an edge rusher right now.
We got the money.
Yeah, but it's kind of like if we was going to drop the bag on somebody, why couldn't we just drop the bag on Hassan?
Because he's old. He's on the youth movement. Huff is young. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants young players on his football team. He don't want old players on his football team. And Josh Allen is a young player, what, 25, 26 years old. I can see him spending on. And it's not even a bad. You probably can get him again and probably give him almost the same deal you gave Huff. They're both making really good money, but they're not, top at the position.
Like I said, I'm fine. Thank you, Donald. He said Puff. Stop capping. He definitely said Puff. I swear you were saying Puff, bro.
I said Huff. Maybe it didn't come out right. I know what I said. I know his name not Puff. What the hell?
I'm cool with drafting a defensive end in the first round.
Y'all lost faith?
There is no lost faith. We just waiting to see. Like,
yeah, we got to see that.
We had Hassan last year in the way. We don't know, not in the way, but like Nolan hasn't been given a chance to break loose. So we don't know. We haven't lost faith because we haven't been given faith yet. Like I said, I'm cool with getting the edge in the first round. Like we just said, we got to get that production up front. We got to get that pressure pack back smoking up front, especially if we're going to have some questions again in the secondary. But dropping a bag, if I'm dropping a bag on somebody, I want to drop a bag on a safety. I want to drop a bag on a cornerback. Dropping a bag right.
You muted.
When we just let one go who loved Philly and was popping, is crazy work.
I can see that. And so what do you want? What do you want in the draft? What do you think are the final pieces to help this football team? A lot of people say corner, but I feel like we got too many corners. We got
too many basic corners. We got too many
young corners we don't know about.
We got too many young corners we don't know about. We got too many corners that ain't good. So and then we got one good corner. We got one good corner. We got a bunch of young corners we don't know about, and we got a bunch of mid corners. It's time to cut some loose.
But don't you think if we draft another cornerback, you're just adding to the pool of the same talent?
That's why I want us to. We should have traded for a corner. We should have signed a corner in free agency. Somebody who was already proven. That's my only concern about drafting a corner first round. Is he gonna be ready? Because we already got young corners with potential.
They said maybe Patrick Surtain Jr., but that's gonna cost a lot to get him.
Okay, well, drop that 30 mil on him.
What about what you do for Horn?
JC be hurt though.
That's the reason why they'd be getting rid of him. You taking that gamble
for the cheap? Sure. What was his injuries to? Didn't he have like a season-ending one?
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with JC like that. I ain't gonna lie like that. But I know that
I know he had like an injury that had him out of pocket for a minute. Like, let me see. Tore his hamstring on IR, returned in week 13. He missed 10 games with a hamstring.
Damn.
What's he going
but
to?
Before that, was he hurt? The one injury's not bad.
So 2021 pedal foot fracture was on IR. 2022 went down week 5. 2023 suffered an injury while working on his own. Sat out of OTAs and minicamp. That was in June. September 10th, 2023 was placed on IR for those and missed 10 games.
That's a lot of injury.
He got a lot of injuries.
When has he played?
So yeah, I don't know.
He's scared to get him for like a 7th-round pick, baby. I don't care what he was drafted. That's horrible, man. That's horrible. Okay, well, what about going calling the Chargers up and see if they want to get Asante Samuels Jr.?
You said getting Asante Jr.?
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of all the recently good corners that are still young enough to say they're good and they're supposed to be good, young enough with the talent that you could call and make a trade for to get them over here. That if they played out one good year, then we can give them the bag that they want. They would be normally getting from their team anyway.
I could see the Chargers making a trade because shoot, they've been trading a lot of stars. They've been a lot of stars been walking. They've been
Jim Harbaugh's over there.
You said what?
I said Jim Harbaugh's over there. He's going to turn that team to Michigan.
Right. So I could see that happening. I just want something to happen. Something got to happen.
Everybody likes Ricks, right? Everybody likes Ricks. Everybody last year was saying he was playing some good football. Job had some bad games, some good games. He got some good moments, bad moments. Keely Ringo, another young cat. Young. He had his first pick. What against? Who was it against again? I don't remember who it was. I think it was. I forgot what game that was. But he showed promise. And then you got who else? We're missing somebody else. Yeah, Rodgers, who was suspended all last year.
Isn't Rodgers a slot though? We got hella slots already.
They think he can play either inside or outside.
Maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let us know in the chat.
But you see, that's 4 cornerbacks already that are young, that we don't know their full potential. And that
but the thing is, we got a lot of guys that can play in the slot. As far as I know, Rodgers is primarily a slot receiver, maybe a slot corner. He might can play on the outside, but I know he's known for playing in the slot. Who else did you mention?
Ringo's an outside guy.
Yeah. The thing is, we're supposed to be a championship team. We don't have time to gamble and guess at cornerback. We need a bona fide dog.
We got Slade for 2 more years, right?
We need a bona fide dog.
Oh, now you're not giving Slade no love no more?
No, I love Slade, but we need a dog. We need a big dog, consistent dog.
You been watching those Ringo videos? That dude's a monster.
Okay, but I'm saying, have we seen that consistently on the field?
Well, he was a Ringo last year.
Okay, that's fine.
That's another question I don't think anybody's asking. We went on this big old Georgia Bulldog, freaking Philly dog
I'm done with the Bulldogs.
The Philly Dogs. What the hell have any one of these guys done?
I'm done with the Philly Bulldog train.
You done with it?
Yeah.
Yep. You don't think it's gonna happen this year? Now you got Jordan Davis started. Now you got Carter started. Nolan Smith started, and Kelly Ringo possibly started. That'd be now it's really their time to shine and really be those Philly Dogs. Do you think?
Okay, well, shine. I want them to shine. Go on, shine. But I ain't drafting no more until these shine.
I hear the Eagles are supposed to draft that tight end from Georgia.
Lad.
No, the tight end. Yeah, Brock.
I wouldn't mind Brock. I mean, we need some tight end depth in here. Dallas ain't getting any younger. So I wouldn't be mad at it. I just want us to go and get a cornerback, period. Like, we need to get a cornerback stat ASAP.
They say Gilmore. I would say I thought Gilmore was too old for the Cowboys, but obviously he didn't play that bad last year.
He another year older though. I don't want Gilmore.
Oh, well, do you think Bradbury can turn it around? That's only 1 year. That's one bad year that everybody on our defense played bad. Do you think that Bradbury now he got CJ DJ back there with him? Hopefully you heard Sidney Brown say he's gonna be ready. You heard Blankenship, he's gonna be ready to roll. Like that's a lot of big people ready to roll. You think that being said, that Burnberry can go ahead and get back to Bradbury?
Maybe. I feel like we need to get that defensive line smoking. We need that pressure pack. We need that pressure up front. That's the only thing I feel like is going to make Bradbury look better and get back right. The defensive line getting pressure up front. I mean, he don't got to cover for that long. He ain't got to hold it down for that long. That's the only thing that's going to help Bradbury.
That's why I want the second round, probably that second pick to go ahead and get Sweat. I want Sweat from Texas. That dude's big. He's
Is he
crazy.
supposed to make it to the second round?
They say he's supposed to be like a third rounder. And now Howie might even be able to get him in the fifth that he got that DWI. I might push his draft stock.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, that might push him back. I think Howie gave him those drinks. Hey, have some drinks. Have some drinks. You know what I'm saying? On the Eagles. On the Eagles. Have some drinks. There you go. So now you're going to drop to the fifth because you got to remember, we don't have no third. Now you're going to drop to the fourth because we don't got no third round pick. I was like, I don't know if I want to spend my 2 seconds on you, but hold on. Let me go holler at you. Have some drinks. Get that DWI on your record. Get you pushed back to the fourth round. Guess what? I'm gonna trade up in the fourth. I'm gonna trade up to the top fourth.
You dead wrong for that. You dead wrong.
You know they been pulling that stuff in there. I was like, make sure you find out where he's at and call the police after he leaves.
He do sound like that too.
Oh man, I think that's what happened, and I think we're gonna get him in the fourth round, or we're gonna trade back into the third somehow and get him in the third round. I do think that that's a player that Howie should want to bring in because he got that dog like kind of like Jalen Carter had in college, but he's kind of like the size of a Jordan Davis, So you got a good mix of both inside of him, and that other dude is more of a Aaron Donald pass rusher on Texas. So I think that he is more of that physical beast. We seen him at the Senior Bowl. He was getting double teamed a lot, in practice and whatnot. So if you had another guy that you have to double team, you can't double team all three of them. You know what I'm saying? If you got 2 of them on the field, that's 2 double teams right there. You only got 5 offensive linemen. Somebody's about to be eating all day. Somebody's going to be eating all day. So we get a guy like that to help up your up front and move on. Before we get out of here, let's get to the offensive side of the ball. The offensive side of the side of the ball that I care about the most, being a former offensive player. Saquon Barkley. Is he better than McCaffrey? We're just going to start out just like that.
It's close, but after McCaffrey went to the Niners and showed what a workhorse he was, what a weapon he was, and him being able to stay healthy all this time with the Niners, I think that health factor, him being available, really kind of pushed Christian McCaffrey ahead of Saquon. Now, if Saquon stay healthy, then Saquon. But Christian McCaffrey been doing this for a long time. He carried the Panthers, put them on his back. Now he carrying the Niners.
But when he was with the Panthers, he got hurt a lot. He didn't have the numbers he had now with the Panthers. He was hurt all the time with the Panthers.
He was.
It was going to a team. That's why everybody's making the comparison. The same thing with Saquon. He's been hurt a lot with the Giants. They think they're trash. He is the team, just like CMC was the team, the Panthers. But then you put him around a team, and now you see CMC. Who won MVP last year? Did he win MVP? He won Offensive Player of the Year last year, right? And Patty Mahomes won MVP. So Offensive Player of the Year, 2,000 yards, 21 touchdowns. Like, wow. Like, big numbers. Now you actually got a team. And people feel like the same thing's going to happen with Saquon, but he's more of a pure running back, more of a pure weapon that, he's a little bit more physical and a little bit more, faster, I would say, probably, than CMC. So he's going to have even he got a better line, better offenses, better receivers, better line, better quarterback than CMC. That should equal better numbers in Philadelphia.
I hope so. Like I said, if I had to vote right now, I would say Christian McCaffrey. But Saquon is not far behind at all. Like, they're both in the top tier status. But I think CMC has a little edge, slight edge.
Who's better right now? You gotta give it to CMC, I guess. Who's gonna be better by the end of the season? So story. Saquon. I'm working my next Saquon shirt. We'll get a nice Saquon shirt out there for y'all. Kellen Moore, are you excited about it? Do you think he is going to be that guy to get Saquon in the right, positions? Get Jalen Hurts rolling again, back to that MVP status. Get AJ and Smitty happy with Goddard getting reception back there. Is he going to be the guy to bring it all together this year?
I think so. I mean, we've seen what kind of offenses he was able to produce with the little boys, top in a lot of categories. Wide receivers having some excellent years, some great years. Zeke rushing for over 1,000 yards with him. So I think that he's a major upgrade over what we had last season, especially if Nick Sirianni backs up out the way and lets him cook. I think he's going to be a major upgrade over Brian Johnson, Nick Sirianni experiment.
Do you think he's gonna run the ball more?
Absolutely.
Yes. That's what we need, man. The run sets up the pass. I feel like he just doesn't do it. Paris Campbell, is he gonna be our number 3? He talked about, when he was there with Saquon Barkley, he seen him up close and personal. This guy's a beast. He's gonna destroy the league with our offensive line and our offense going into this season. So, do you think Paris Campbell is that guy locked into the number 3 spot?
I don't think so. I feel like we're gonna go and maybe draft a wide receiver at some point. I see in our top 30 visits, we have a few wide receivers visiting. What's up, Scott?
One that I want, Brendan Rice. I want Jerry Rice to be around the facility every single week.
I wouldn't be mad at that. But yeah, I see that we are visiting with a lot of wide receivers, and I feel it because I'm not fully comfortable with Paris and what's the other boy? Devontae Parker. I'm not fully comfortable with that. I feel like we could have a more like a Olamide Zaccheaus, even though we didn't use Olamide Zaccheaus, like somebody like that, reliable, healthy, durable, versatile wide receiver. So I'm not completely happy with the wide receiver depth. I think we could bring somebody else in here for competition and see how it goes.
Yeah, I want Quez to come back. I wanted the Quez back. Man, like, Zaccheaus wasn't really doing nothing. Everybody's all stuck.
He wasn't doing that because we wasn't using him.
But Quez wasn't really used right either. Get the ball thrown to you 1 out of every 7 quarters is not going to make anybody good, period. Like, you lose confidence in yourself real fast, especially if you thought you were good. And then, I can tell everybody, Quez went from being a rookie to the starter. He was the number 2 receiver on the team, and he put up big numbers when you asked him to be in that position. Yeah, big numbers like 700, 800 yards. That's big for him, I guess. But, and then you take it away from him, and then you make him sit behind 2 all-pro caliber receivers and give them the ball. Then you got Dallas Goedert to get the ball. Then it's like you throw it into him once out of every 7 games. Do you remember when Kellen Moore was ahead of those Cowboy things? Guess who got their name, Gallup. Gallup was a big guy. He was that third receiver, and I think Gallup even went to the Pro Bowl one of those years.
Gallup was better than Quez, though. What? Yes.
Yes. I'm saying right coordinator. We didn't have the coordinator to get Quez the ball.
Quez is
the way
Quez
he needed to
did
get
what
the
he was
ball.
gonna do for us. Now I wish him the best in Pittsburgh, but we saw what we was getting from Quez. We saw multiple offensive coordinators, same result. So
He's had some big games though.
they say when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. We saw what we was gonna get from Quez Watkins. Now again, wish him the best. He's still young. He can still turn around, pop it off.
This was my first video. Quest for the 3.
You said what?
That was my first video. Quest for the 3. I wanted him to get the receiver.
Oh, that was your first YouTube video?
Yeah. Quest for the 3. Even last year, I was pushing Quest to have a really big bounce back season. Every year, it seemed like I thought he was going to do it. He just never did. Is a Gallup still a free agent? Would you sign him to be number 3?
I would take Gallup.
Yeah.
Especially with the connection to Kellen Moore.
That would actually be a pretty smart pickup, wouldn't it? You have a guy that already knows the offense.
Mm-hmm.
You help these guys out. And he can be 1,000 yards for us, man. Oh, he says Barkley be the number 3 receiver, right? That's for sure.
That's funny, though.
What about Odell?
I don't want no old Dale.
He was a Super Bowl MVP 2 years ago. What's 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
What Odell been doing?
Partying.
Did he do anything with the Ravens?
They didn't throw him the ball.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen Odell do anything since that Super Bowl.
Maybe
Odell,
he was just recovering last year, though.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. I need somebody who's been doing some G. I need somebody who's fresh off doing G, not fresh
You
off.
pick one number 3 receiver for this football team, and don't like. This is like pretty much stay away from all the number 1s, pretty much, because that wouldn't be realistic. Because some of those number 1s will take over number 1 here, or even be 2 here. So if you can pick any slot receiver, draft or on any team right now, your ideal person to play that 3rd receiver, who would it be?
A lad from Georgia.
Lad from Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I like Lad. I would see him being at the number 3. Yeah, for me.
That'll be way too high, though.
What do you mean way too high? What about you?
Don't they have him going so high in the draft?
I didn't see none of those cats at the Senior Bowl that we've seen. We're going very high in that draft. You got to realize all the people that didn't go to the Super Bowl, those are the ones who are talking about going number Aduzaway, whatever his name is.
I thought like his stock went up like at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, he's good, but all those guys are like 3rd rounders.
Okay, we're gonna see.
You know, or he said might be a 1st rounder, maybe a 2nd round. I feel like all of them are good enough to be in the 2nd round. I would draft Luke. I would draft Brendan. I would draft Lad McConkey and Roman. All 4 of those cats I would have in a 2nd round or 3rd round if I could get him in the 3rd round. I really want Brendan Rice. I think he reminds me of, you know, an AJ Brown type cat. You know, he got a little size on him, got a little bit of speed on him, can get open in space, and he can catch it everything. And like I said, to have your dad hanging out with Smitty, AJ, and you all the time, you know, talking ball, teaching you how to, you know, be a good receiver, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
Right. That'd be dope for real.
All right, girl. I know you gotta get out here. You've been a busy woman, girl. Thanks again for stopping by. Make sure you guys hit that like on all channels, man. Final words for Eagles Nation.
Final words is thanks for all the love. Thanks for all the support. Rocking with me. Yeah, I need Howie Roseman to wake up. Stat, tomorrow's hump day. It's time to get back to work. They trying to distract us with these Fletcher Cox press conferences. They try to distract us with these little Instagram posts. It's time to sign somebody. We got $30 million to spend. Let's spend it. So stop playing around. We need to upgrade that cornerback position. We need to still go get Justin Simmons. We still got work to do. So let's do it. Let's get to work.
It's going to be Micah Parsons, guys. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Nothing you ever predict happens.
Everything I predict happens, actually. I said we're going to go to the Super Bowl. I said we're going to be 14-3. Those things happened.
Oh, you said we're going to the Super Bowl. We have
I am the guy that predicts it all. That's why the show's called The Truth. BG tells the truth.
Okay, well, we're going to see what's up with your boy.
This year, you want to know prediction this year?
Hmm?
You want to know prediction record, early prediction record? 14-3 again. We're going back to 14-3.
I need to know what the roster going to look like before I make a record prediction.
No, 14-3. What I think we can win. We can go to Super Bowl with the team we got right now.
With James Bradbury?
Yeah. Everybody. For me, it's like everybody. To be honest, I don't think anybody should get. I just said this on the show before. I don't think anybody should get any extra money this offseason on our football team, on offense or defense. I don't think no one should have got a raise. I think everybody paid like trash at the end of the season. I think they all should need to come back and work and build their trust back to get more money from us. I think giving out money this year was a waste. They play like ass. All of them. Bradbury, Slavin at the end. Freaking the whole defense played like. Where was Jalen Carter? Where was Jordan Davis? Where was Fletcher Cox last? Where was Hassan Reddick the last 6 games? Where Josh Sweat was the last 8 games? You know, where all these guys were when we needed them. They were not there, so none of them should get paid, and all of them need to go earn their money again. I think they do it this year. I think that, you know,
reading them down like that.
They were embarrassed for what they showed, put on that football field. They can go out there and do some good things with Fangio. So
I can't argue with
Eagle Nation, just listen to BG when I tell you the Eagles are ready. The Eagles are down. We out there working. What I told you too. Last year you didn't see all these videos of them out there working. The year before when we went to the Super Bowl, you seen them out there working. They're posting how they're working and grinding and getting better. You see it again this year. Working, grinding, getting better. 2 experienced coordinators. Jalen Hurts is gonna be Mr. Moneyman himself this year. And Saquon Barkley is about to be the best back in the league, hands down. And the Eagles are going to be dominating. We might even go 15-2 this year. That's how good we're going to be. But we're definitely going to be Super Bowl champions, baby. So like I always say, fly, Eagles, fly. Till next time, Symone, BG, and we out. Peace.
What's going on, everybody, man? And welcome to the very, 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 very